This is Sean Stewart, and I'm here with UFC fighter and winner of the heavyweight division in Season 2 of The Ultimate Fighter, Rashad Evans. Rashad, what's it feel like to be back home in Niagara Falls, New York?
It feels good. Every time I come home, it's always, a good experience. I don't come home that often, so whenever I get to come home, it's a good experience.
You were the heavyweight winner of The Ultimate Fighter Season 2. What was it like living in the house with all the personalities clashing at the same time?
It's a lot harder than it looks on TV. You got so many different people and their personalities and their little, quirks and everything else like that. And when everybody was at the house, it was like everybody's vacation, so nobody wanted to clean up, and everybody was kind of lazy, so it get kind of messy, and you get on each other's nerves because we couldn't watch TV or do nothing else, so it was hard.
All right. Did you look at yourself as the underdog going into the competition because you weren't your natural weight?
Yeah, I looked at myself as kind of underdog, but I knew, I was probably quicker than a lot of those guys, but first couple of days of working out with those guys, I was like, man, maybe I made a mistake, by coming. So,
what did it feel like to win the competition?
It felt really good, man. I would train before the show, and I always say I'm gonna be the next Ultimate Fighter, and I would say that to myself over and over again. And then to have it actually happen, I was just like, I was blown back by it.
You're now fighting in your natural weight class, light heavyweight division, 205 pounds, and you're doing very well. Was it easy to adapt the change in weight?
Yeah, I did. I cut weight hard at first, and then after a while, it was just easy for me to get down to the weight and stay at that weight.
What kind of physical training regimen do you put yourself through in preparing for a fight?
Well, you usually do about the first 3 or 4 weeks really hard, and then you kind of taper off at the last 2 weeks just so you don't get injured and stuff like that. But I usually go to Albuquerque and just go up to the high altitude and just
What's the high altitude training do for you?
Well, the science behind it is you produce more oxygen, red blood cells because you're at a higher altitude, and then when you come down to sea level, you still have those high, red blood cells, and then you have more oxygen.
What about the actual training? What do you do in training for a fight? The physical.
I run mountains. Do a lot of sparring. Do my jiu-jitsu, boxing. Kickboxing. All of those things.
What do you use for cardio? Just the running?
Just the running, and I use Aerodyne also.
All right. Now that we've discussed the physical preparation for a fight, what is the mental process in going for a fight?
The mental process is probably harder than the physical at times because you really don't get to practice the final point of the mental game until you actually like a couple of days before the fight. You did all your training and everything else like that. Then you're so nervous before the fight. You're just like, man, you're thinking, man, what if something goes wrong? And then you try to shift your thoughts to be more positive. So that's when it becomes tough because it's easier to sink into the thought pattern of, man, I don't know if I'm gonna do good, and just the uncertainty, But at that point, when you're at that level of 2 or 3 days out, your mind plays little tricks on you, so you gotta be really mentally tough.
So basically, you just need to calm yourself down and
pretty much, yeah.
Until that time, and then you're ready to go.
Yep, pretty much.
This past Wednesday, you fought and defeated highly touted Stephan Bonner by a majority decision on UFC's Ultimate Fight Night on Spike TV. Your performance was dominating, but the judges thought a bit different. What were your thoughts on the fight?
I haven't got a chance to watch the fight yet, but from what I remember, I felt like I controlled the fight pretty much. He didn't really have me in trouble at any point in the fight. He didn't really land any good blows on me, so I don't see how they saw it as a draw.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the judge's decision.
Yeah, I don't see how they saw it as a draw. I mean, that's Vegas for you, but you leave enough decisions in the judge's hands, and you're gonna get one to go the wrong way.
Yep. What are your goals in the UFC light heavyweight division?
To be champion. I want to be champion of the weight class, and just see how long I can hold the belt for.
Are there any specific guys you'd like to fight?
Nah, I figure I got to fight them all anyway, so it makes no difference on picking who.
What's next for Rashad Evans?
I don't know what's next. I'm just gonna try to enjoy Niagara Falls and enjoy my family and just relax for right now because training for a fight and just even getting a fight is so mentally draining and you really have to prepare yourself. So I just look for the time off when I don't have a fight.
Do you just wait for the call, or?
Yeah, I usually get a call about a month or so after my fights, and they usually say, tell me who my next opponent is and when the fight is and stuff like that.
All right. Do you have anything to say to your fans?
I just like to thank all my fans, for supporting me and definitely Niagara Falls, the hometown where it all started from, and you know, a lot of good things in the future to come. So just keep on supporting.
Rashad Evans, thank you.